Hey yo, man, peace and love, arm, leg, arm, head, you already know what it is. My spirit this past 2 weeks has been really unsettling. I told myself I was done with the situation as far as talking about it, and they just gave this brother a great send off as far as his memorial service is concerned. I still do feel like it was a great send off and everything like that. It was absolutely beautiful. It's hard to say anything negative about, the situation other than the fact that, this brother had to go out the way he did. But then I came across an interview with this guy, Cowboy, right? I'm not sure. Everybody's been posting this dude. I seen one interview where they was speaking to him in front of the Marathon clothing store. By the way, this gentleman is he's supposed to be a business partner or a business affiliate of Nipsey Hussle, and I guess his brother. I'm not sure how much percent of the business he owned. I'm not even sure if he was owner, but the way it's being stated is that he's a business partner and he's affiliated with Nipsey, right? And then even when I went back and I did some more research, I looked at a couple of old documentaries. He was clearly in documentaries with Nipsey, so that's confirmed. This is somebody who knows Nipsey and can obviously get next to him, right? The day before, our brother was getting ready to meet with LAPD. So he gave the first testimony, eyewitness account of him standing next to Nipsey, them talking, blah, blah, blah. Eric Holder walking up, introducing himself as a rapper. He didn't say it was no static at all. He just said he introduced himself as a rapper, and that was that. He goes in the store to go put his food down, 3 seconds, whatever, then he comes back and he's shooting, right? I don't understand how that makes sense, right? Off top. Let's just start there. Fine. So that was the story that he gave. Now this is somebody, like I said, is a business affiliate, supposed to be friend and, longtime friend and somebody who knows Nipsey, right? And was there with him, standing next to him, seconds, according to him, before he was killed. Before he was gunned down, right? Before he was assassinated, right? So he gave that story, whatever, boom. So we was already looking at it shaky, right? Fast forward, then footage comes out of the Rolling 60s pressing this dude, you know what I'm saying? Basically trying to tell him to fess up, you know what I'm saying? Come clean. He's standing there holding the cowboy hat and shit, crying, you know what I'm saying? All emotional. But there's footage of him after Nipsey was killed. Let me lower my voice down too, because I be yelling a lot in these New York City streets. And at the end of the day, I don't know who's watching and listening, right? Not that I really give a fuck. I make most of my videos public anyway, but still. I got my back turned to the street. Matter of fact, let me give a quick glance over my shoulder to make sure we good. Alright, we good. So, where was I? Oh yeah, the cowboy nigga. Right. So this fuckboy ass nigga, at this point I don't have no chill because they already laid our brother to rest. God bless the dead. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to get too crazy with the situation before, just out of respect for the situation, I'm not really, my platform is not even that big anyway, as it is. But at the same time, you want to be real careful with how you come across in these videos, because people will approach you, you know what I'm saying? I've been approached before about several videos, not on no negative vibe, just on some I know people watch, right? And people hear. Use the scenario that would give you the impression that, whatever happened, it was the only thing that happened. No, I feel like there was more that happened. I personally feel like the man that was standing next to Nipsey Hussle, which is this cowboy dude, seconds before he was shot, you wasn't there when the bullets was flying, but as soon as the bullets stopped, you was the first motherfucker to pull up to come check on, you know what I'm saying, to see what was going on. It's just his timing in the situation is funny to me. And then, he stayed in the store. People are asking about where's the footage? Where's all this footage from the Marathon store? They got cameras here, cameras there, there's cameras all in the thing. Where is that footage? That's the question, right? Because that's what I've been waiting for. I don't know about y'all, but personally, at the end of the day, the send-off was great, but we took a loss at the end of the day, and we want answers for what the fuck happened, so we can make sure that in the future we don't see nothing like this happen again. This is one of the, as far as celebrity deaths, I don't even know if we could really, I don't feel like that's what this is categorized. I can't categorize this as that. It's a little bit more personal for me, you know what I'm saying, just from a relatable standpoint. I seen what the brother was trying to do. even if I didn't know all of the details of what he was doing. Let me be clear, I didn't. I really didn't. I had a little understanding of what he was trying to do and the direction he was going in. It wasn't until he got taken away that, you feel me, you've kind of forced to sit there and lock in and really like do your research. And the thing I think is the most, ironic part about Nipsey was, not only was he just official in the streets, it wasn't just about the fact that he was official in the streets and he had respect on both sides. You feel me? It was the fact that he was official, he had respect, and he was trying to uplift. You see what I'm saying? It's very rare that you see somebody in the position that brother was in. It didn't really hit me till after the fact, but when you look at it like, damn, like, boy is a really official dude in the streets. He got the whole set ready to ride. Like, he was really on the Black Panther time. Like, you gotta remember, community revolution in progress. That is what this gang started as. You see what I'm saying? It didn't start as no rah. I got a real strong intuition, and I don't know, man. Like I said, my spirit just been shaken by this whole situation, man. It's almost like it leaves you with that, like, man, like who. You just gotta look at it from this standpoint. Forget about the Dr. Sebi documentary. Forget about. Not forget about, because at the end of the day, that was something this brother was passionate about. Obviously, passionate enough for him to decide to take time out of his schedule to pinpoint and focus on and highlight a brother who also was killed, as far as I'm concerned. You trying to tell me, oh, now all of a sudden you in custody of the fucking authorities and now you just die of pneumonia? Bullshit. This nigga had the cure for AIDS, my nigga. What pneumonia? I'm pretty sure he had the remedy for pneumonia, okay? So, Dr. Sebi's death within itself, people are overlooking that like, oh, it can't be because of, why not? We ain't gonna get to see it now. I heard Nick Cannon is picking it up now. That's what's up, respectfully. Salute to Nick Cannon for that. You know what I'm saying? He definitely been, on the front lines as far as using his platform to speak on issues that are, meaningful to us, to the voiceless. You feel me? So anytime you see a celebrity on that level trying to highlight something that, man, it's just, you gotta just respect it, man. And I feel like that's what makes this shit so nasty to me, man. Because Nipsey, like I said, when you look at it, who are the most influential people in the world right now? Is it the politicians? Is it Congress? You think children are going to school and reciting the lines from Congress in the fucking State of the Union? No. They going to school, they rapping lyrics, they talking about all the shit that's going on World Star. So these artists are the people who are basically, when the parent is not, basically active, whatever the case may be, whether they at work or whatever the case, they're not, able to basically be around their children 24/7. It's the hip hop music that these kids is going to. That's just a fact. We don't even gotta, like, that's not even nothing that people know that. So when you see an artist on that level who has that validity in the streets, who obviously kids are gonna look up to, because that's pretty much what we all, that's basically what we all see ourselves as at the end of the day, or that's what they allow us to see ourselves as, let me just say, right? I gotta get a chain, I gotta have this, that, cool. He used that, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna call it a costume, because that's what it was, and that's what it is for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these rappers that talk about, a lot of the stuff that they talk about, we know for a fact that most of them aren't living those lifestyles, right? They painting pictures, they basically using their imagination to create. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, right? That's the game. This brother actually had those experiences in the street, but at the same time, he was not trying to oversaturate. Plenty of interviews I watched, I seen him basically talking down the gangster shit, like talking like, he had that one incident at the BET Awards where he slapped some dude. You feel me? Several interviews after that, most people would probably go off and start bragging about something like that, but he was on something like, nah, you know what, that was the wrong thing for me to do. So clearly he wasn't trying to mislead the youth, is what I'm saying, right? All of these artists who are more than willing to sell their fucking soul and mislead the youth to have them thinking that lean and Molly and all this other shit is the lifestyle that we need to be living, are the artists that get propelled and get put on a pedestal. But when you got a brother like Nipsey, somebody who's trying to be uplifting, somebody who is actually valid, Vector 90, you know what I'm saying? Purchasing the parking lot that he used to hustle in. That's a real hustle story. and you bought that shit, and now you got the people that was kicking you out, paying you rent. You think that's the story and the message that they want the youth to get? Nigga, they want us in the parking lot selling our fucking drugs so they could throw us in jail. So that's why this shit really bothered me on a personal, you know what I'm saying? I just felt like, man, that brother was he was a visionary, man, for real. And it sucks that people like that get taken out, you know what I'm saying? And we forced to be here with the Takashis and all this other bullshit, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like I said, my spirit just been shaken, man, by this whole situation. It got me looking at things a little different as far as, you know, just a few things, man. Personally, on a personal note, as far as me, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? It's not really like the end of the world. It's unfortunate and it's fucked up, though. And I gotta just acknowledge that, man, because we don't want to see this happening again. But at the end of the day, why are they so willing to give him this big send-off? Because at the end of the day, they know if they do that, that's what people are going to be focused on at the end of the day, right? At this point, most people are not looking back at the situation and trying to figure out what took place. They've seen the great, beautiful memorial, and that's pretty much where it ends for most people. And that's the part I have a problem with. Because I don't want this to be a come and go situation. It can't be anymore. And personally, like I said, for me, at this point I'm rambling. Because a lot of things is like on my chest and on my mind. Just about a lot of different situations that, you know, when it comes to our people, man. Motherfuckers got Trump in the floor. That's nasty. I just feel like I don't want this to be just like an Instagram, you know what I'm saying? Like, once it's off the timeline, it's off your mind type of shit. You feel me? That was a bar, by the way. I might have to write something down later. Try to record. But as far as the event in the venue at the Staples Center, I could only assume that they, you know, anything that they made and earned is going to his children, right? Because if not, then I have a problem with it, you know. It was beautiful, but at the same time, I feel like morally that there's something wrong there, and somebody needs to be checked about that, right? If that's not the case.